Hi, today I'm joined with Dr. Geoff Payne. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Right, well, I teach social research methods and the sociology of social mobility at Newcastle University. And I first got interested in migration and people's attachments and disattachments to communities when I was doing my PhD many years ago. And I was headhunted by Aberdeen University to run the Scottish Mobility Study in the 1970s, which was the Scottish equivalent of the Nuffield Social Mobility Study at the same time. And as a result of that, one gets trapped into careers, and I've written 3 books on social mobility, and I'm currently writing a 4th, and various articles. And social mobility has provided quite a good living for me, I must say. In the course of what is now almost a complete career, I've been very active in the British Sociological Association, and I'm one of the past presidents and currently one of the honorary vice presidents of the British Sociological Association. So I always like to get in a plug for the association.
Today your seminar is on this new social mobility. Without giving away too much, could you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, what I want to argue today is that the more traditional ways of looking at social mobility tend to be very constraining because they're very quantitative, and it's hard for most British sociologists to get inside of the game. So we really need a new approach to social mobility that doesn't throw away the old but builds on it and creates something new. That's particularly important at the moment because the politicians have become very conscious of social mobility, and I talk about them capturing social mobility and then torturing it, because they invent lots of different ways of thinking about social mobility which really distort the evidence that sociologists have been producing now for 30 or 40 years. And also at the same time we've had the growth of some very exciting new sociology, particularly around families, children, young people, and how they get into schooling, and how from schooling they get through into university and their experiences. And it's a much closer, detailed approach using qualitative methods. The work particularly of Diane Ray and Louise Archer, they've done an excellent job bringing in a perspective drawing on Bourdieu's Capitals, which extends the way we think about social mobility. So I'm going to try to persuade everyone else that we need a new social mobility, but not tell them exactly what it is, what it's going to look like when we get one.
Okay, how do you think this impacts my generation?
I think social mobility is such an important process. The more we know about it and understand it, the better it is. And in terms of, if you just think of student life, questions about why and how do people go to particular universities, what happens when you get there, the way in which you interact with other people. I don't know what York is like, but Newcastle is notorious for having a very upper middle class, privately educated group of students and a group of very bright working class students. And there's that tension all the time about how people feel they're being treated, particularly if they come from working class backgrounds. So it's something which feeds into, if you like, daily life. And if we can get the social policies right, we may be able to do more for people. After all, social mobility will determine where you end up. And that's kind of important, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.